Hello everyone. Today I will be presenting on the 2023 film Bottoms and how it was received at the time of its release. This review I will be focusing on is by Katie Walsh's article in the Los Angeles Times called Fiercely Funny Reimagines a Familiar Place for Female Rage. So what is my thesis? My thesis is that Walsh's review shows how Bottoms uses absurd comedy and genre supervision to create a queer space that challenges compulsory heterosexuality and disrupts traditional teen movie norms. So what is this source that I am using? This source, this film review came out on August 2023, right when the film was released nationwide. Walsh is a well-known contemporary film critic, so her piece gives us a clear picture of how mainstream media reacted to the film at the time. What is this review about? Walsh basically argues that Bottoms works because it mixes ridiculous, over-the-top comedy with a real sense of queer girl anger and frustration. She praises these performances by the actors, saying that they do a really good job in showing what being queer is. She says that the movie is intentionally exaggerated and chaotic, and that this style lets queer girls take up a space and fight back to the genre that usually centers straight boys. Genre and form. In terms of genre, Walsh explains that Bottoms flips the typical high school comedy. Instead of focusing on straight boys trying to boost their popularity, the story centers queer girls who literally form a fight club to feel powerful and protect each other. She also talks about how the film uses surreal humor and exaggeration. These choices break the rules of realism. That's important because queer stories often get forced into very serious or tragic modes, which is the complete opposite of what this movie does, as it uses style and form to push back against what we normally expect from a teen movie. So how does this all relate to what we have seen in class? Adrian Rich, for example, writes about compulsory heterosexuality, meaning that society pushes a woman towards straight relationships as the default. Bottoms directly rejects that. The whole film centers queer desire and queer friendship without apology. The movie even creates what Rich calls a lesbian continuum, a space where relationships between women, whether romantic or not, become the center of the story. Nikki Sullivan talks about queer as something that disrupts norms, not just an identity. That's exactly what Bottoms does. It queers the teen comedy genre by breaking its rules. The wild fight scenes, the ridiculous masculinity of the football team, the unrealistic school environment are all examples of this. All of all of it works to undo the normal expectations of high school movies. The film is intentionally messy because the messiness itself is a queer strategy. So what is my evaluation of this review and why does it all matter? Overall, I think Walsh's review is strong and I agree with her. She understands that the film isn't just funny, but it uses its humor to challenge the straight male-centered norms of teen comedies. The only thing I'd add is that Walsh could have gone even deeper into the film's intentional queerness. Ideas from Rich and Sullivan show how the film doesn't just include queer characters. It actually queers the structure and genre of the movie itself. So I agree with her praise, but I think the film is even more radical than the review fully explores. And this is my source for the film review that I used. And thank you all for listening to my presentation.